Yeah, I definitely feel that there is a legacy there that's come out of the Euros. I think with that squad and the connection they've had with the fans, there's going to be a real cascade effect across the game, and including within Somerset as well. What the lads have managed to achieve in terms of creating history and Megan, and the fact that around 85% of the squad has come through the grassroots game just highlights how important that is. And the FA and Somerset FA truly believe in that, and hopefully we'll see more opportunities going forward.
Ahead of the game, the team were widely praised for, not necessarily shouting at referees. Their behaviour on the pitch was, people praise that. And obviously, a lot of the young people you work with are very impressionable. So I imagine you welcome the fact that the young people now, they've got quite high standards that they'll be aspiring towards.
Yeah, definitely. They have been a real sense of role models on and off the pitch, how they've conducted themselves in their terms of their behaviour, the respect campaign that they do. I think it's been a real testament of how Gareth Southgate has unified that squad and that they have a real connection to the fans as well. It's been truly a massive positive, and how they've managed to conduct themselves, as I said, conduct themselves on the pitch with referees, with respecting the opponents as well. I think they've been a true testament, and how they how young children see them is more important nowadays more than ever. So for them to set that standard can only benefit the younger generation.
And we have our Talent ID Day coming up. Who is that for, and how do people get involved? And what kind of words of advice would you give to somebody that was interested in perhaps, attending this?
And the England Talent Day that we're hosting in a couple of weeks' time is a real opportunity for anyone who's aged 7 to 16 who has a visual impairment, hearing impairment, or cerebral palsy to be able to get that dream of potentially playing for England. It's the first step along that journey. So the day itself will be at the Imperial Sports Ground in Bristol. We'll be doing it for around 3 to 4 hours, and it's just that sense of maybe a child who has those potential disabilities didn't know they could potentially go on an England pathway and play for one of the England teams that are based at St George's Park. I mean, there's a long way to go, but this is the first step in that journey to potentially wearing that Three Lions badge on your chest.
When you say the various England teams, which teams are you referring to, sorry?
So there's an England cerebral palsy team that compete in European Championships, no different than the Euros. We also have our England deaf squad, and we also have the England blind squad as well. So depending on where you sit within those disabilities, you can potentially play for one of those England teams. I think in total there is between over 20 England teams in total. And there's actually a female specific deaf squad as well. So even if you're a female, you can also come along to the day as well.
On the day, what kind of attributes will you be particularly looking forward to? And, what kind of level of passion and already engagement in the game would you expect to see?
I think, I mean, you can be any type of player. You can be just starting off in football. You can be playing football for a long time. It could be of any level. It's just making sure that we are aware that there are people who have cerebral palsy, who have visual impairments, who have hearing impairments playing within the mainstream game. So it's just making us aware of those people and seeing if we can help to support them along their footballing journey, which could then also include potentially going into one of those England squads that I mentioned before. So it's just if you, as I said, if you're only just starting out in football, we can help support you to direct you in the right direction in terms of your player development. We could also potentially, as we said, get you to one of the regional talent centres that we have across the country and then going on potentially into even an England squad.